2019 kiddo, Grayson. All right, Grayson, you have a really important job, right? But first, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm finally back after a while. It feels so good to be back.
It's never bad. It's always.
Well, Grayson, we are very happy to have you back. Anything you'd like to say to Golden first?
Well, it's just like this place is amazing. Like it's just a masterpiece. It's like really great. I love it here. Like everyone does a good job here.
I think so too. I think you guys do a really good job. Let's get Golden. I agree. That's nice weather. We think so. All right, so Grayson, you have an important job today. You're going to help me introduce our Wish family in NAVEAH, right?
Yep.
All right, so I think we're going to do count 3, and we're going to welcome NAVEAH out to our Golden family. So ready to count down with me? 1. Oh, are we going 3 or 1?
1,
2, 3.
Welcome, NAVEAH!
All right. So I know last year my favorite part was your wave that you did to everyone. A lot, right? Okay, so I was thinking it could be a cool tradition for you to teach NAVEAH and talk to her about this wave that you did last year. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, to hypnotize people to wave back.
Yeah, you hypnotized her. So do you want to show NAVEAH? We can start over here with our seniors. Show her, and NAVEAH, if you want to wave with Grayson, how it works.
Okay, so step 1, look at the audience. Focus into the audience and just do a nice little friendly wave.
And then what do we do? Rotate?
Yep, and just rotate, and eventually you'll hypnotize the one player.
Okay, should we do maybe 1 around again together? NAVEAH, are you good? All right, ready? 1.
NAVEAH do the wave now?
Oh, you're gonna pass the job?
Maybe we can both play on like the second one, like I want to do like NAVEAH wave, and then the third one we're just gonna go.
Oh, okay. All right, ready? 1, 2, start the wave.
Woo!
All right, you gonna pick up on the second one, Grayson? All good. Grayson, how did the day do?
It was amazing. It's great.
All right. NAVEAH, high 5. You mastered it. Grayson, high 5. Let's give Grayson a big round of applause, everyone. It's so special to us to not only have NAVEAH here, but also have Grayson and the Saunders family here as well. We really do believe that our Wish families become part of our Golden families. So it's really an awesome experience to have Grayson back here and his demons gear. NAVEAH's got all her demon swag now, right? Yep. We have a video to show you, but before, I'm going to ask Mike, NAVEAH's dad, to share a little bit about this journey, maybe some things that is a surprise to them, kind of talk about what they're excited for.
Thank you. First of all, y'all surprised us. We were not expecting this when we showed up here. We came here about a week and a half ago. Make-A-Wish Foundation told us, hey, go over to Golden High School. They got something for you. Like, okay. We showed up and, oh, by the way, we're transforming the entire school to Hogwarts and we got a big old assembly for you. So we are very, very appreciative of all the work and the support that you guys have put into us, into the entire Make-A-Wish Foundation and this entire family, and everybody that has to deal with stuff like this. Because this has been a roller coaster for all of us. Just a little backstory. We found out that she had Hodgkin's lymphoma on her birthday. It was the beginning of summer, it was the end of June. In fact, we were planning to take the entire weekend to Elitch's that weekend, and we spent the entire weekend in the hospital. So we go to the hospital, we found out this is what she had, and thankfully the doctors were able to reassure me immediately before I could start my waterworks is that it has a very high success rate, it's very curable, but the road's not going to be smooth sailing. So at the time, she was upset. She didn't want to be anywhere but the hospital. So with enough on her plate as it is, the last thing I wanted to do was tell her, by the way, this is what you have. For a 12-year-old, she was already going through a lot as it was. So we were able to finally break it to her once we got her home and explain to her this is what it is. It is highly treatable, and this is what the process is going to be. We kept a very strict no doom and gloom policy at our house. We just treated this like a regular illness. We weren't going to panic about it until the doctors told us it was time to panic. And on Friday the 13th in December was her last chemo session. And but we weren't out of the woods just yet. We had to do another set of scans in January. And it was on that day that she was able to ring the bell because they told her she was 100% cured. But we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you to everybody for all your support that you've done, not just for our family, but for their family, and for the next family, and the next family. It means a lot, even if it's hard for us to kind of, like I said, it's a lot of nerves, it's a lot of emotions, but deep down we are all more appreciative than you could ever imagine. It's hard to say that you understand something if you're not in that person's shoes. It was a tough road for us, but we got through it, and our hearts go out to everybody else who's going through this. Who's actually going through something worse. There's kids out there who have things that they'll never recover from. When NAVEAH lucked out, he lucked out. There's a lot of kids out there that luck out, and it's a lot of times it's the support net of family, friends, and strangers such as yourselves, which has now become our extended family. So, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Teachers, some of the student body, and we ask them to reflect on what Wish Week means. Wish Week is so much more than the dress-up days and the hall decorations, the restaurant nights. Those are certainly part of it. Wish Week is a time to come together as a community, to step outside your comfort zone,